Hi, PerspectaWeather.com meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Monday, December 16th. Quite a messy situation for the Mid-Atlantic region for today, tonight, and tomorrow. A complex weather event really will come in two different phases. The first phase will see most of the precipitation today south of the Mason-Dixon line. In New York City, little, if any, in the way of snow. In the Philadelphia metro region, there were a few flakes earlier today. Expect just spotty light snow for much of today. Meanwhile, south of the Mason-Dixon line, there were some heavier snow bands that pushed through the DC metro region earlier today, with a couple inches in Frederick, maybe an inch or so in many other of the northern and western suburbs of the district. Temperatures now are climbing to or above the freezing mark in the district itself in areas south and east, but still hovering around freezing, where some precipitation continues to fall to the north and west of the district. So watch out for slick spots to continue for a while longer north and west of Washington. Not too bad in terms of road conditions north of the Pennsylvania-Maryland border. But by later today, and especially tonight, the second round will take place with heavier precipitation. Icing is the main concern across Philadelphia, New York City, as temperatures will really struggle to move above freezing, not only today but tonight as well throughout the night, and especially suburban areas of Philadelphia, New York City. Temperatures will hang near the freezing mark, so icing is probably the main concern for tonight. There'll be some pockets of freezing rain south of the Mason-Dixon line, but mainly plain rain with above freezing temperatures in and around the DC area overnight tonight. Let's take a look at the latest observations, and again, still near the freezing mark, just to the north and west of the district, where some precipitation continues to fall. At Reagan Airport, it is above freezing. In areas south and east, it is above freezing now, so no problems with the roads there. But again, for another couple of hours north and west of the district. Meanwhile, temperatures at or around the freezing mark in southeastern Pennsylvania, but not much at all in the way of precipitation. Little pocket here of light snow across upstate PA, but for the most part, from Philly to New York City, expect only spotty light precipitation for the next several hours. Again, the heavier precipitation is coming for late today and tonight, and north of the Mason-Dixon line, icing is the main concern, in my opinion, for tonight and going into the day on Tuesday. Well, here's a big picture look of the radar map across the nation this morning. Low pressure's intensifying right now over the lower Mississippi Valley. And again, there was a band, basically a west to east band of precipitation that produced some snow in the wee hours of the morning in the DC metro region going into the AM commute time. Not much is falling north of the Pennsylvania-Maryland border, and that will be the trend for the next several hours. Only spotty light stuff north of the Pennsylvania-Maryland border, but continuation of precipitation in the mixed variety across the DC metro region. Again, north and west still near freezing, so watch out. As this low pressure intensifies and moves to the northeast, precipitation in general will intensify late today and certainly overnight tonight. And again, temperatures should struggle to move above freezing in the suburbs of Philadelphia, in the suburbs of New York City, so icing will become a main concern. There will be enough warmer air aloft to change any snow to sleet and freezing rain, but again, icing will be a big concern, especially overnight tonight, north and west of the big cities of Philly and New York City going into the morning rush hour on Tuesday. Across DC, temperatures should hold for the most part above freezing into the nighttime hours, but well to the north and west of the district, there certainly can be some pockets of freezing rain later on this afternoon and tonight as well. And then tomorrow, the frontal system will kind of slide through. There could still be some mixture of sleet and snow with the rain north of the Pennsylvania-Maryland border, so we'll have to watch out for that. Ultimately, all the precipitation will shut off once the front comes through. It stays quite cold for tomorrow night and Wednesday, and then an even colder air mass arrives for Thursday. Well, let's walk through the higher resolution NAM model run for today and tonight going into the day on Tuesday. And again, some snow Broke out this morning early this morning across the D.C. metro region, a little bit north of the Pennsylvania-Maryland border, but for the most part, we'll watch here, it tends to fall apart in across Pennsylvania here. It lightens up, and even across D.C., there very well could be a lull in the precipitation as we get into the afternoon hours here. And then a heavier precipitation will redevelop in some areas, but will develop by the late afternoon going into the night tonight as this low pressure system heads towards the region. And again, that will be of concern in areas north of the Pennsylvania-Maryland border where temperatures will really struggle to stay above freezing. So even though there may be enough warmer air aloft to change precipitation from snow to sleet and freezing rain, surface temperatures in the suburbs of Philly, the suburbs of New York, and all areas in between will stay near the freezing mark, so icing will become a concern, especially when that heavier precipitation arrives. See here, all this purple and pink, primarily near the Pennsylvania-Maryland border and north, will cause some slick spots on the roadways, so be careful for that. And then snow will break out upstate Pennsylvania and going into the northern part of New Jersey overnight tonight into New York City. Eventually that changes over to a wintry mix of sleet and freezing rain. There certainly can be some accumulations of snow in upstate Pennsylvania and northern New Jersey before that changeover to sleet and freezing rain. Plain rain for the most part across the D.C. metro region overnight tonight. And then during the day tomorrow, it'll be kind of an interesting day tomorrow because there certainly can be some cold enough air returning for a mixture of sleet and snow with the rain in Pennsylvania and New Jersey, primarily plain rain across the D.C. metro region. And finally, all of that will wind down by late tomorrow, going into tomorrow night, maybe a rain or snow shower. This is the Tuesday evening forecast map. Another cold air mass arrives for tomorrow night and Wednesday, and then an even colder air mass arrives for Thursday. Well, speaking of that even colder air mass for Thursday, very impressive. Wanted to kind of show that as the last set of charts here. These are the 850 millibar temperature anomalies from the 060 NAM model. Let's just move forward here throughout the day today. Just kind of a mixed picture here across the Mid-Atlantic region in terms of below normal or above normal. But again, as we go into the middle of the week, we'll watch this brief but very chilly air mass that's coming for Thursday. We'll only stick around for about 24 hours or so, but let's move forward here. This is the warmer air moving in aloft in the overnight hours. Again, that'll cause precipitation to change to sleet and freezing rain from snow north of the Pennsylvania-Maryland border, but surface temperature will still hover near the freezing mark. Then as that system finally moves on by, we have colder than normal air moving in for tomorrow night, going into the day on Wednesday. But look at this blob of very cold air that will drop down in the northeast U.S. by the day on Thursday. And here we are now, Thursday morning. Very, very cold air, and temperatures could hold in the 20s in New York City, maybe even Philadelphia, and struggle to pass the freezing mark down in D.C., but a quick shot of very cold air arrives Wednesday night and Thursday following all this mess that we have on our hands for today and tonight and Tuesday. So stay tuned to PerspectaWeather.com for updates later today on this current situation. Again, watch out for the very cold air from Wednesday night into the day on Thursday. That's it for now. For PerspectaWeather.com, I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian.